Hello and welcome to this amazing series of Sambhav Talks. My name is Nirupama, and today I want to welcome you to this round of Sambhav Talks, wherein we talk about how to transform your mindset from employment to entrepreneurship. And in this Sambhav Talks, we not only talk about what are the differences between employment to entrepreneurship mindset, but we also look at that how do we reframe our way of thinking from employment to entrepreneurship. We also look at some of the ways by which you can actually switch your mindset from employment to entrepreneurship. So without further ado, I would want to get started with the talk right now. And before I do that, I really want to know from you, where are you logging in from? Please let me know in the chat section that where are you logging in from, so that I can get to know you as a person and I can understand essentially what's happening at your end. Please put it in the chat section. Awesome. So we have got people from different parts of India. Hi, Shania. How are you doing? Shania has joined us from Bangalore. Shelja has joined us from Nagpur. Welcome, Shelja. Welcome, Shania. Let's look at other people who have joined us. Rohini has joined us from Chitradurga. Welcome, Rohini. I'm so good to happy to have you here. Shrija has joined us for Kochi. Lovely, Shrija. I'm so happy to have you here. Nandini has joined us from Shimla. Wonderful, Nandini. I am really, really happy to have you here. Mishita has joined us from Bhopal. Welcome, Mishita. If you are joining us, please let me know in the chat section that where are you joining in from, so that I can really welcome you out here. Let me know in the chat section where are you joining in from. Until then, I'm just going to play some good music so that you guys can have some great fun, and I can really welcome you, with loads and loads of fun and excitement. So I'm just going to put my timer for 20 minutes and some great music is going to come your way. Let me just put my timer. So let me just start with the very first segment of this talk show, wherein we talk about the difference between entrepreneurship mindset and employment mindset. So let me just put it out here in front of you. Now, what is employment mindset and what is entrepreneur mindset? We're going to be just talking about that. So for a lot of working women, whenever they think about becoming entrepreneurs, their mindset shift is the most empowering part of their journey. Now, though it's very empowering, but I would want to say it's very challenging, because it's deeply, it requires a lot of deep work from within. Now, when people are in a traditional job, you operate within a framework that someone else has built it. And the focus is on completing assigned tasks, meeting set expectations, following processes laid out for you. Now, if I talk about the difference between, what is the difference between an employment mindset and say entrepreneurship mindset, I would say that in an employment, you have this job security. There is the steady paycheck coming, you have structured work hours, clear boundaries right in front of you. However, if I talk about, entrepreneurship, here, whenever we are taking risk, it is a calculated risk. You don't have the security of a paycheck, but you have the potential for higher rewards. When I talk about entrepreneurship, what happens is you are managing, like, not just a piece of puzzle but an entire picture. But when it comes to employment, you are paid for your time and skills out there. So a lot of people ask me that, Nirupama, is there a ceiling, in entrepreneurship? To what level can you go? But I want to tell you that there is no ceiling. Whatever time, money, and resources, you are investing, you are sure going to get a guaranteed return out of it. Now, if I have to talk about, say, you know, a job perspective, you are, say, managing a team, you are completing some of the tasks that are there for you. But if I talk about entrepreneurship on the other side, here you are the decision maker. The success or failure rests on your shoulders. And ultimately, you are not working for somebody else's vision. This vision is totally yours. So this is the first set of difference that I wanted to talk about. When I talk about employment, it is more to do with some sort of a security. And when we talk about entrepreneurship, it is more to do with your risk-taking ability. Now let's move to the next part. If I have to talk about employment, here you are essentially following things. So when I talk about following things, it would mean there are some established systems, there are some established structures that you are following. But when it comes to entrepreneurship, it is about creating those systems on your own. You identify the opportunities and you build strategies from scratch. So now let's draw a parallel. If I talk about employment, you have a limited control over the bigger picture, how things would be. But if I need to talk about entrepreneurship, you don't wait for instructions. You find your own solutions, you create your own value. And that is where, execution, either the execution can happen through you, or, you can really empower your team to execute things for you. Now, unlike an entrepreneurial journey, maybe in a job, you might be taking care of a marketing plan, you might be taking care of the sales department, and that is a limited area, where you're working, what you're implementing. But here, you are actually doing things from a bigger picture. Now, how does it look like? Say you are identifying your target audience, you are designing your messaging, you're figuring out the effective ways, to reach out to them, and you are owning the entire strategy. It is not a part, but what is happening here is you are taking care of different segments. You may not be an expert at everything, but you know a little about each and every department. You might have hired people, for different departments. But here in this case, what is happening is you are having supervision over all these departments. Now, I want to talk about, how do we view employment and entrepreneurship. So when I talk about a job segment, job is about having those short-term goals. Maybe if you are heading a team, or if you are at a senior position, you are achieving quarterly targets, or you are looking at what is it that is going to give me my promotion. So you are essentially working on a project that has a deadline to it, right? And if I have to talk about entrepreneurship on the other hand, now here you have a long-term vision. You are working from a long-term vision. You are building something that could grow and evolve over time. You are building something that could actually, not only have a short-term goal, but can also have sustainable success over a period of time. So here you're not just thinking about, hey, what is it that I can achieve today? What is my sales goal? What is my sales target? But you're building something that is essentially going to develop in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. And that is the reason, you work on your brand. You work on how do you stand out in the market, because this is a long term approach, that you are creating for your own self. Now, finally, in this segment, I would want to talk about, how you learn is also very different in entrepreneurship and in a job. In a job, once you have mastered your role, your learning may plateau. But if we talk about, say, entrepreneurship, here learning curve is constant. You're always growing, adapting, evolving, because your business requires it. But here in a job, if I have to talk about, you become good at certain tasks. The opportunities for growth that you have, they are sometimes limited. Now, a lot of people say, hey, my company is sponsoring a lot of courses. I feel that I'm learning ongoingly. But when I'm talking about how much are you learning? You are learning in a particular domain. You are not going beyond that domain. However, if I talk about business, you need to learn how to negotiate, how to manage finances, how to market your brand, and you're constantly seeking new knowledge in this competitive market. So, I wanted to really tell you that the first thing that we spoke about was the security with regard to job. And here in entrepreneurship, we are looking at calculated risk. The second thing that we spoke about was the following part, that in job, we are mostly following certain systems or strategies that have been laid out for us. And in the case of entrepreneurship, we are creating those systems, right? And the third thing is, in a job, we are looking at a short term gain. It could be मुझे प्रमोशन कब मिलेगी, मुझे अपने प्रमोशन के लिए क्या क्या चीजें करनी है, if there's a quarterly goal, how do I reach for that quarterly goal. And on the contrary, if we talk about entrepreneurship, it is a long term vision that we are looking at. Finally, we spoke about the learning part, that in job we are learning within a particular domain, we are building on that. However, in an entrepreneurship, it is a constant learning graph. So when I say a constant learning graph, it means that we are learning ongoingly. You need to be a lifelong learner, if you are getting into entrepreneurship. So this was the first segment. And now I would want to know from you that what has been your biggest takeaway in this segment. Let me know in the chat section. Okay, let me just see what all have you people written. All right. Okay, we have a user from Mumbai who says, is this event for ladies only? Well, this is a segment that is catering to women entrepreneurs. But I would want to say that if you are looking at entrepreneurship, and you are wanting to start something entrepreneurial along with your job, then these fundamentals are going to work for you at both the places. Okay, there's another person who's writing, nowadays, I will just bring the comment. Nowadays, there are hardly any job security in service. Yes, and that is the reason I want to tell you that even if you find that there is less job security, but you need to start building multiple sources of income, because you cannot rely on any one source of income. And this is the reason we focus on building your entrepreneurial journey along with your full-time job. So the day you find that there is some instability going on in your job, you need not worry, because you have that in mind that ultimately I am working on different domains. And if one thing doesn't work, at least the other things are definitely going to work, right? So this is something that I wanted to share with you. Now let's move to the next segment. Just a moment. I am bringing the next segment out here. In the meanwhile, people, if you have any questions, I would really want you to start putting those questions so that I can make this show completely tailored to your needs, because ultimately the focus is that we should be able to provide you constant value. That is what we are looking at. So the next part of our discussion is, how do we reframe our way of thinking? A lot of people say, okay, fine, I have been an employee for so many years. Now, how do I change? Me from an employee mindset to an employment mind, to an entrepreneurship mindset. That's exactly what we are looking at. So we'll go back to our first part of the discussion. As we had discussed, that in an employment mindset, you are often focused on security and stability. And that is the reason you have very clear task, a steady paycheck, and a defined role. You exactly know what needs to be done, when it needs to be done. Now, if you look at an entrepreneurship mindset, here the key is to move from security to opportunity. Instead of thinking, what can I do to keep my job safe, or what can I create that will actually get me promotion, I want you to start thinking that what can I create that will bring value for my audience, what can I create that will bring value for my vendors, what can I create that will bring value to my end beneficiaries. Now, the shift, actually, when you are moving from the shift of security to opportunity, this shift allows you to step into a mindset of possibility and innovation rather than sticking to what's in your comfort zone. So, as an employee, you are used to following instructions, working within systems that others have designed. Now, to reframe this, you need to start looking at how can you start creating those systems. It could be like in your office, if you are leading a team, start creating small systems for your team so that you are in that habit of developing and creating systems. The second thing that I would really want to tell you is that entrepreneurs are problem solvers. Recently, we had a challenge, which was like a 4-day challenge of how to really transform your mind from employment to entrepreneurship. Day 3 exercise was that entrepreneurs are essentially problem solvers. So the audience out there, they were supposed to find 3 different problems, that they are finding around them, that people in their community, that people around them are facing. And in that case, once they understood the problems, they could see the gaps and they could look at that what are the solutions that they can provide for the problems that are around them. So I would really want to say that if you are looking at entrepreneurship, so instead of waiting for direction, you need to start taking initiatives and you need to own your own path. It is not about somebody else telling you essentially this is what needs to be done and you waiting for your manager's instructions. But here, as an entrepreneur, you need to start creating those systems. You need to start taking that initiative. You need to start creating that path. Now, in the last part, wherein we were looking at the differences between employee mindset to entrepreneurship mindset, we spoke about that as an employee, your focus is on short-term goals. That would mean some of the deadlines that your boss has given you, or say my appraisal is coming, or my promotion is around the corner. What is it that I'm going to do? But in entrepreneurship, you need to start thinking about a long-term vision. You're not working for today's paycheck, but you're building something that is sustainable for the future. So I want to leave you with 2 questions. If you have a pen and paper, I would really want you to start writing down these questions. Question number 1, what impact can I create for my target audience? So please put in the chat section that what impact can I create for my target audience? And question number 2, what legacy do I want to leave in this business? Okay, so please put it down. What impact can I create for my target audience? And question number 2, what legacy do I want to leave in this business? So when you answer these 2 questions, you will start looking at working in a very different way. Now, this work is not just restricted to your own growth, but you're looking at the growth of people around you, whether it is your audience, whether it is your team members, whether it is the vendors and suppliers that you're working with. So, reframing mindset from employment to entrepreneurship is all about embracing the risk and creativity. It is all about moving from that short term gain to a long term vision. And finally, from being task driven, okay, these are the tasks that are given to me, to actually becoming a creator of your own opportunities and future. Okay, so please let me know in the chat section, how is it that you are going to reframe your way of thinking. Please let me know that. Let's see what all are the questions that are coming from the people. Let me just check that part. Okay. So we are not getting enough questions. So let me announce a contest here. I want to tell you people that anybody who is participating and staying up till the end and asking lots and lots of questions, I will be sending you a very special book onto your address, so that that book can help you in understanding how do you really start your entrepreneurial journey along with your full-time job. Now, I know that you might be saying, oh, she's giving this book for us to ask questions. Yes, that is the intention, because I want you to get everything clarified right here. Because this is the opportunity, wherein both of us can utilize our time to get the best possible clarity. So let me know in the chat section that what are your questions so that we can deal with that. All right. Okay. Now let's move to the final segment, and then I will be taking all your questions. I'm just bringing the third part on the screen. This part is about how to switch from employment mindset to entrepreneurship mindset. Now, people, we have been talking about the mindset part in a huge way. Now, I really want to talk about some practical steps, because people will say, okay, yeah, you've told us to move from security to risk. You have told us to really move from short-term gain to long-term vision. You've asked us, instead of following systems, start creating your own systems. But how do we do that? That's the main question that a lot of people have. So here, I want to tell you that transitioning from employment to entrepreneurship is not just a mental shift, but it also requires some specific and practical steps that we are going to talk about right now. So the first thing that I want to tell you, people, as an employee, you are often following directives and working within a set framework. So to switch to an entrepreneurial mindset, the first thing that you need to take is full ownership of your decisions. Good, bad, ugly, I am responsible for that. Entrepreneurs do not wait for somebody's approval. They create their own path. So start practicing decision making in areas, at least the controllable areas, whether it's a side project, whether it is a project that you have taken from your boss, whether it is some work processes within your job, some financial choices. I really want you to take full ownership of your decisions, because the moment you are comfortable with taking ownership, you can actually get better with your decision making. And the better you are with decision making, the more empowered you feel. So what is the action step that I would want you to take? I would want you to start with small decisions in your current job or in your personal life that allows you to flex your decision making muscles. And as you grow comfortable, take on bigger risks like launching a side hustle, or really collaborating with somebody who has already gotten a business. So first thing, take full ownership of your decisions. Now let's move to the second shift. The second shift is that I would want you to move from task orientation to value orientation. Now, in a job, you are just completing tasks. You are just looking at what is it that is given to me, what is the project that is given to me. However, in entrepreneurship, it is all about creating value, not just finishing tasks. So instead of just getting things done, I want you to ask yourself this question: how does this contribute to the bigger picture? How does this bring value to my target audience? And what is the action step for you? When you are working on something, you don't have to look at that, how do I complete this? You need to look at, how do I add value to the people you actually want to serve. So start defining the unique value proposition, what sets you apart, and think about how can you deliver this consistently. That's something I am looking from you people. All right. Now, the third thing that I would really want you people to start looking at is embracing learning and growth. In employment, there are a fixed set of skills required for the role, and once you've mastered it, your growth almost comes to a plateau. But as an entrepreneur, you need to continuously learn and evolve to stay ahead. You need to become a student of business. You need to be learning about marketing, sales, financial management, leadership, productivity, say technology, and that needs to happen constantly depending on what are your business needs. So, action step for you: dedicate time each week to learn something new that impacts your business. So we had conducted this 4-day challenge. In that 4-day challenge, a lot of the participants, they actually created their business hour. Now, what is this business hour? Any time in the day, whether it is before their job hours or after their job hours, they have dedicated a particular time. That is the time which they are going to be utilizing for their learning and growth. And this could be in the form of listening to podcasts, reading books, or taking an online course on entrepreneurship, branding, or business growth, right? So this is something I really wanted to tell you, how to switch from employment to entrepreneurship. And if you are looking at understanding essentially how can we help you in moving from employment to entrepreneurship, then I would really want you to put in the comment section connect. If you put in the comment section connect, me or someone from my team is going to reach out to you, and we are actually going to understand that how can we help you in building a business around what you love doing. So please put it in the chat section, essentially what is it that you would want to be doing. Please put in the chat section comment if you want us to connect with you. Just put connect in the chat section. Okay, now it's a time for me to take some of your questions. I'm happy that all of you are putting your questions now. At least that book strategy really helped us. So let me take the first question. This first question is from Shania. Shania says, how can working women overcome the fear of failure when starting a business? Shania, this is a beautiful, beautiful question. Today, I would really want to talk about something that holds a lot of women back from pursuing their entrepreneurial dreams. And this one thing is the fear of failure. So first of all, I would want to acknowledge that fear of failure is normal. Whenever you're starting a business or taking a new challenge, fear is a natural response of stepping out of your comfort zone, because you're getting out of a place which is no longer comfortable. You would feel this kind of a fear, and fear is just an emotion. It is not a fact. Most of the times, people act with courage. Now, what is courage? Courage is not absence of fear, but courage is taking action despite your fear. So let me give you some actionable steps, how you can overcome this fear of failure. The first thing is, I want you to reframe failure as a learning lesson. So instead of viewing failure as something negative, or something that is going to put you down, I want you to start seeing that as a feedback. I want you to journal each setback, because each setback is going to give you a valuable insight into what works and what doesn't work. The second thing that I would really want you to do, Shania, is to take small and calculated risks. Now, when we have this feeling of fear within us, sometimes it gets overwhelming because we are thinking about all the worst case scenarios. So, in order to ease into entrepreneurship, you could start with taking small calculated risks. It could be like launching a side project along with your full-time job, testing a product, or offering your service part-time, say over the weekends. The next thing that I would want you to do, Shania, is to build a support system. Surround yourself with people who understand your goals and can offer encouragement when you face doubts. There are a lot of mentors, there are a lot of working women who are on that journey of creating entrepreneurship. So the moment you are in touch with these people will help you to stay grounded. They will help you to really feel that you are not alone in the journey. There are many like you who are on that journey and who are wanting to move on that journey of entrepreneurship. And finally, the most important one that I would want to tell you, focus on your why. Whenever you are having this fear of failure, always come back to your purpose. Why you are doing what you are doing. Is it about more freedom? Is it about more flexibility? Is it about something that you are really passionate about? When your why is stronger than your fear, you are encouraged to push through those challenges. Those challenges are no longer your impediments. So these are some of the things that I would want to tell you, Shania, that would help you in actually overcoming your fear of failure. So if you are looking at overcoming your fear of failure and you want to really connect with me, please put in the chat section connect, so that somebody from me or my team could reach out to you. All right. Now let's take the next question. Next question has come from Rohini. Rohini says, what role does self-care play in maintaining entrepreneurial mindset? So let's just bring Rohini's questions on the screen. Rohini, I want to talk about something that is the most crucial part of entrepreneurship, but this is the one that is most overlooked. And you got it right. This is self-care. As working women, a lot of times we get caught up in hustle. We are working for long hours. We are taking care of our families. We are taking care of other aspects of our life. And in such a scenario, the pressure is bound to be built. But one great way by which you can have a strong entrepreneurial mindset is by prioritizing your self-care. Self-care, I would say, is something that fuels your creativity and focus. Because entrepreneurship requires a lot of creativity, a lot of problem solving and innovation. And if you are empty from within, you cannot really think clearly. So I would really want you to do those self-care activities, whether it is about taking regular breaks, whether it is about doing your favorite workout, or simply taking enough rest, because this helps you recharge your mind and body and gives you that mental clarity that you require to stay creative and focused. I would want to give an analogy of, a phone. If you keep on using your phone for days together, what is going to happen? Your phone will get discharged, right? So the way you need to recharge your phone and you plug in, so that that phone gets charged, in the same manner, you need to recharge yourself by some self care routines. Now, these self care routines also help in preventing burnout. Whenever we are burned out, our productivity drops, our stress levels rise, and it becomes harder for us to take good decisions. So, when you are taking that time for self care, you are investing in your long term energy. You are building your resilience and you're allowing yourself to be consistent over a period of time, because business is not about a sprint, it is a marathon which you need to be doing for a long term, on a long term basis. So ultimately, if you are taking care of your self care routine, it would really help you in preventing that burnout. Also, I would something that has helped me in a huge way is self care routines have really helped me boost my confidence and resilience. See, I want to tell you people that self care isn't about physical health or what you are doing to your body. It also builds your emotional resilience. When you are building your entrepreneurial journey, it comes with ups and downs. It comes with its own ebb and flow. So in such a case, when you are taking some time out, maybe going in nature, or you're journaling, or you're spending time with your loved ones, this helps you in boosting your emotional well-being, and you can very easily bounce back from those setbacks. I would also want to tell you that self-care routines helps us in setting clear boundaries and preserving our energies. When we are in a job setup and we are also building our business, it is so easy to say yes to every opportunity, every work that comes our way. But if you do not set proper boundaries, you would actually drain your energy and passion. So you need to learn to say no, whenever you feel that whatever is being given to you is not aligning with your business life or your personal life. So these self-care routines can essentially help you in thinking clearly and understanding that where is it that you are supposed to draw a line, where is it that you are supposed to draw a boundary. So self care isn't a luxury, my dear ladies. It is a necessity for maintaining a strong entrepreneurial mindset. It helps you improve your focus, it helps you improve your creativity, it builds that emotional resilience, and it also sets you up for long term success in business. So I hope this answers your question, Rohini. I have given you an elaborate version on self care. Let me know if that really helps, serves you in any way. All right. Now let's take the next question that we have got from our YouTube user, Shania. I'm just bringing it on my screen, guys. One moment. Okay. Yes. So Shania says, how can... Okay, I think we have already taken this question of Shania. Let me take the next question of Shelja. Okay. Shelja says, how can one cultivate a growth mindset to keep learning and improving as an entrepreneur? This is a wonderful question, Shania. I want to talk about one of the most important qualities that every entrepreneur has to have, and that is a growth mindset. Now, what is this growth mindset? Growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and success, they are not fixed, but they can be developed over a period of time through your dedication and learning. A lot of people have this myth that whatever learning has to happen, it has to happen till your school, college, or maybe your post graduation. But as an entrepreneur, you need to cultivate a growth mindset. Now, how do you develop this growth mindset? The first thing that you need to do is to embrace challenges. As entrepreneurs, we often face new and difficult challenges. Instead of shying away from these challenges, I would really want you to take these challenges as an opportunity to grow and learn, because the growth mindset helps you view problems not as roadblocks but as chances to improve. All right, so number one, start embracing challenges, Shelja. Number two, learn from feedback and setbacks. When things don't go as you have planned, a lot of times, we get discouraged. But a person with a growth mindset is somebody who would see these setbacks as valuable feedback. So at that point, whenever you have a setback, you need to ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What can I actually learn that I need not do next time? So instead of feeling defeated, you would start approaching problems with more curiosity and a desire to improve if you take every setback as a feedback. Now, the next thing that I would really want you to look at, Shnaya, is to be open to learning new skills. Now, if you are somebody with a growth mindset, you need to be open to continuously learning, because in an entrepreneurial world, it's about learning new technology, marketing trends, leadership skills, and make it a habit on a regular basis to keep on expanding your knowledge regularly, because lifelong learning is a key part of growing your business and, most importantly, your own self. Next, I would want to say, celebrate every effort. It's not about just celebrating the results. A growth mindset person is somebody who's emphasizing on effort and persistence over immediate results. So instead of just focusing on the outcome, that, hey, what is it that I have gotten after doing this thing? I want you to celebrate your efforts that you're putting in, the risks that you're taking, the progress that you're making. It is about enjoying the journey and not the destination. And finally, the best thing that I have actually implemented for developing growth mindset is to surround myself with growth oriented people. If you can be a part of a community, where you find a lot of growth oriented people, then they are going to inspire you. They are going to take you to the next level. One of my mentors, Jim Rohn, used to say that you are the sum total of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. So be a part of community of learners who are motivated, who can hold you to account, you know, because the moment you are in one such community, this community will take you to the next level. So if you are wanting to be a part of one such community, which is a community, the name of the community is She Launch Tribe. This is the place wherein there are a lot of working women, who are wanting to start their entrepreneurial journey. So put it in the chat section, uh, tribe, and somebody from my team is going to share with you the WhatsApp group, of this community, and you can be a part of this tribe, the She Launch community. All right. So put in the chat section tribe if you are looking at becoming a part of the She Launch tribe. All right. So let me take some more questions from the chat. Just a moment. People start putting some more questions so that we can really give you maximum value out here. Okay, this is a beautiful question from Shrija that we have got. Let me just bring this on the screen. One moment, people. Yes. So Shrija says that, how can you deal with rejection in your entrepreneurial journey? This is a fabulous question, Shrija. Today, I want to really tell you that as an entrepreneur, you would face rejection at some point in your life or the other. It could be a potential client saying no. It could be an investor, just not looking at your idea. Even some of your friends and family not believing in your vision could be a part of rejection. Rejection will come at every nook and corner of entrepreneurship. Now, I want to tell you that rejection is a part of an entrepreneurial journey. So, the first thing that I would want to tell you, Shrija, is reframe rejection as redirection. Rejection, it's not a rejection, but it is a redirection. Every no that you are getting in your entrepreneurial journey will bring you closer to a right yes. Now, what does this mean? Rejection means that it is a sign that something needs to be tweaked in your product, in your pitch, or even in your approach. So it is not a dead end, but it is an opportunity for you to adjust and improve certain things. The second thing that I would want to tell you, Shrija, is do not take any rejection personally. As entrepreneurs, it's easy that we take this rejection personally because we pour our heart and soul into our businesses. But remember that rejection that is coming to you is not somebody rejecting you, but it is the rejection of the idea or the product that you're presenting to the other person. And there could be countless reasons why someone might have said no. Many of the times, it has nothing to do with your worth or capabilities. So I would want you to separate your personal identity from your business outcomes, because that would help you in taking things objectively, and it will help you to stay resilient on your journey. Now, the third thing that I would want to tell you, Shrija, is learn from every rejection. Every rejection holds a lesson. So take a moment to ask yourself that, hey, what is it that I can learn from this? Maybe the timing was not right. Maybe the pitch did not resonate with my client. Because the moment you are approaching rejection with curiosity instead of frustration, you are turning it into a valuable learning experience that helps you grow as an entrepreneur, right? So learn from every rejection. Now, the next thing that I would want to tell you, Shrija, is that keep on going, in spite of your rejection. The only way to overcome rejection is don't stop. Some of the most successful entrepreneurs face repeated rejections before achieving success. Now, what sets them apart from everybody else is the persistence. Each rejection is just one moment in their larger journey. It is not the final verdict of their potential. So you just need to keep moving forward, adjusting your approach and refining your vision. And finally, I would want to tell you, Shrija, that build a support system. When you surround yourself with people who believe in you, whether it is other entrepreneurs, mentors, or friends, who actually have faith in your business idea, this would help you stay grounded and stay motivated even when the rejection is there. These people would remind you that rejection is just a part of the process, and everybody goes through rejection. And it's nothing so uncommon about rejection. So these are certain things that I wanted to speak to you about rejection, Shrija. If you people are facing constant rejection with regard to your business idea, then I would really want you to connect with us on LinkedIn, DM us, and we would be very happy to support you in your entrepreneurial journey. All right, now let's take the next question. In the meanwhile, people just keep putting your questions. Now, this is a question that has come from the north. Let me just bring it on the screen. All right. That's a question from Sonia. Sonia says, can you talk about some daily habits or routines that can help me cultivate an entrepreneurial mindset? Sonia, I believe that you are a person of routines and rituals, and today I would be very happy to share with you some simple yet powerful daily habits that can help you cultivate and strengthen your entrepreneurial journey. The first thing, Sonia, I want to tell you is start your day with intention. Begin your day with a clear focus. Whenever I'm starting out, so I have a little diary with me, and I actually write down, what are the top 3 things that I can accomplish today that will help me move my business forward. This habit, number one, it will keep you proactive rather than being reactive, and it also ensures that you're working on your long term goals. The second thing that Sonia, I want to tell you is that you need to be on a continuous learning journey, because I have emphasized this in my talk a number of times that entrepreneurs are lifelong learners. So make it a habit to learn something new every day. It could be reading a book, it could be watching a YouTube video, watching a tutorial, listening to a podcast, and even you can spend time reflecting in the day that what went well in the day, what did not go well in the day. Because the moment you're expanding your skills and knowledge, you're preparing yourself to handle challenges in your business with creativity and confidence. The next thing that I would want to tell you, Sonia, is that embrace a problem solving mindset. As an entrepreneur, you will encounter problems daily, but the key is to see those problems as opportunities for growth. Get into the habit of asking yourself that what can I learn from this situation. I don't want you to be overwhelmed by obstacles, but I want you to develop this problem solving mindset throughout, because this is essentially that is going to be a very strong foundation of your entrepreneurial journey. Next thing, Sonia, network and connect regularly. Build and maintain a strong network. That is so much essential for an entrepreneurial mindset. Make it a habit to connect with new people regularly, whether it could be attending some networking events, it could be engaging with some peers online, or reaching out to potential mentors. When you surround yourself with like-minded people and growth-oriented people, you will be thoroughly feeling inspired and motivated to build your business further. And the final thing that is my most favorite, please take care of your health. Don't forget your body, while you're building your entrepreneurial journey. Because when you work on your body, that fuels your mind. Entrepreneurs need both mental and physical energy to perform at their best. So prioritize your self-care, whether it is through daily exercise, whether it is through proper nutrition or rest. Even small actions like a short walk or some breathing exercises can help you in keeping you energized and focused. So I would want to say that an entrepreneurial mindset is about building those intentional habits that can keep you focused, motivated, and always growing towards your journey. So let me know if Sonia, if that answers your question, and please put it in the chat section that what are some of the habits that you are going to develop in your entrepreneurial journey to cultivate a strong entrepreneurial mindset. Please put it in the chat section. I would really want to know from you. All right. Now, this is a very interesting question that has come from Mishita. Let me bring that. Mishita says, how can working women set boundaries to protect their time and energy while building a business? Mishita, this is such a beautiful, beautiful question. We all talk about setting boundaries, but nobody tells us that how can we really set those boundaries. And when you're juggling a full-time job, your family, and also starting a business at the top of it, it is so easy to feel overwhelmed and stretched out. So these clear boundaries are the things that are absolutely going to help you to avoid burnout and stay productive on your journey. So now the main question is, how can we do that? The first thing, Mishita, I would want you to do is to prioritize what matters most. So when we talk about setting boundaries, I want you to clarify your priorities. You can't do everything in this world. So focus on those tasks that bring maximum value in your business and the ones that align with your goals. When you're clear about your priorities, it becomes easier to say no to those things that do not align with your priorities, which are absolute distractions, which are unimportant tasks, and those opportunities that do not align with your long term vision. All right. Now, the next thing that's very important for setting boundaries, Nishita, is to create a structured schedule. Have a clear schedule that helps you protect your time. Block out time for your business, block out time for your family, block out time for your self care. And if you are a working woman with a full time job, you need to schedule those dedicated time slots in the evenings or in the mornings, whatever works for you, or over the weekends for your business activities. And you need to communicate it to your family so that they know that you're not going to be available at this particular time, and this is the time that you can actually focus on your work without feeling guilty or being interrupted by somebody, when you are building your business. The next thing that I would want to tell you for boundary setting is learn to say no. No is the hardest word, but it is the most satisfying of all. So as women, we are often obligated to help everyone around us. We take so much onto ourselves and say yes to everything around us that it completely drains our energy. So politely decline requests that don't fit into your schedule, that don't serve your business. Say no to something now so that you can actually have some more time at your hand, which can help you in building your bigger vision for your business. Next thing that I would want to tell you, Mishita, is that look at delegating and outsourcing your work. It could be your housework, it could be your admin related work in your business, or it could be certain aspects of your job that you would want to delegate. Now, when you delegate and outsource some of your work, this actually frees up your time to focus on some high value tasks. So you can consider outsourcing small tasks like social media management, say accounts of your business, bookkeeping, so that you can concentrate on the core areas of your business. That would really help you in focusing on all those things that really matter. Now, boundary setting is not about just boundary setting for others. Boundary setting is also there for our own selves. Now, how do you do that? It could be setting those digital boundaries. It's easy to be on all the time. And the moment, you are actually available for everybody else, it would lead to exhaustion. So set clear digital boundaries, decide when you will check emails, respond to messages, use social media for your business, turn off notifications, during your personal time, during your family moments, so that you have a healthy work life harmony. I never use the word work life balance, because balance is something when you're building a business and you have a full time job, it's very hard to achieve. But what you essentially can have is a work life harmony. And another thing that could really help you in setting boundaries is prioritizing your self care. Mishita, I want to tell you, self care is not selfish. It is essential for maintaining your energy and mental well being. So, schedule regular breaks, rest time, so that can, really recharge you. That can actually help you in building your physical health and in your emotional resilience. So, I would just want to conclude by saying that setting boundaries isn't about shutting people out. It is about protecting your own energy so that you can focus on those things that truly, truly matter. So I hope this really helps you, Mishita. Let me know if you have some more questions. People keep putting those questions in the chat section so that I can pick some more questions from there. All right. There is a question that has come from a LinkedIn user. How to monetize LinkedIn? Well, this is a brilliant question, that I would want to say. Now, the first thing that I need for you to understand is that what is LinkedIn? LinkedIn, for a lot of people, may be a social media platform. But for me and for a lot of business owners, LinkedIn is a networking platform. There are two ways by which you can monetize LinkedIn. The first way is really being consistent in your content marketing game. Now, what is this content marketing game? Essentially, what I do or I've been doing for a number of years is really creating a content calendar on a regular basis. So when you are creating a content calendar, you essentially know on which day which of your content is going to go. And when you are consistently putting content on your LinkedIn, that actually builds you as an authority, as an expert on LinkedIn. People feel that this person is a subject matter expert. And I would want you to start creating that kind of content which is actually catering to your target audience. If you are in a job and you are wanting to excel, say in technology, then you may want to create a content which is related to the technological advancements or something that could actually make technology simple for people, who do not understand the complexities of technology. If you are an entrepreneur, you may want to write content for your target audience in order for them to understand that how you can help them solve the problems. Now, when you are writing this content, this is a way by which people can actually reach out to you. So your content is reaching out to people and it is giving an opportunity for people to reach out to you on the basis of the content that you write. And that is the reason it's very important for you to know that what is the kind of content that you are putting out. Now, there is a second way that I had spoken about. The second way is outreaching to people. In the beginning of this question, I said that LinkedIn for me is a networking platform. Sitting from one corner of your room, you can actually reach out to anyone out in the world. You can reach out to them through some LinkedIn messages. You can create a video and reach out to them. And you can tell them in that video that, hey, these are certain ways by which I can help you solve your problem. And if you are looking at solving your problem in a better way, then I would really want you to book a call with me so that I can actually tell you in detail what it is to solve your problem. Now, what is this going to do? This is going to really help the other person get an understanding about you in a nutshell. The moment they get to know about what is the work that you do, how is it that you can solve the problem for the other person, this would help the other person in connecting with you in the first place. And this is the way by which you can sell your products, you can sell your services, you can sell your community membership, you can actually sell different sort of things that you have. So these are some of the ways by which you can monetize LinkedIn. So let me know if this was of some help to you. Please put in some more questions if you would want me to answer that. All right, now let's take another question. This is a question from Nandini. Nandini says, how can we use self reflection to continuously improve as an entrepreneur? Beautiful question, Nandini. I am so happy the kind of questions you people are bringing to me today. So, the question that we have is, how can we use self reflection to continuously improve as entrepreneurs? Now, I want to tell you, as working women, when we are building businesses, we are constantly balancing multiple responsibilities. And in the midst of all of this, it is essential to pause and take time to reflect on your actions, on your decisions, on your progress. Because self reflection is not about just looking back, it is also about using those insights to improve while you are moving forward. And I'm going to talk about some of the ways by which you can actually make this as a regular practice. The first thing that I would want you to do is to regularly evaluate your progress. Take time weekly or monthly to reflect on your business journey. And here I would want you to ask yourself certain questions. What went well this week? Or what is it that I could have done better? When you are assessing your progress regularly, you will become more aware about your strengths and your areas of improvement. And this particular habit will not only help you in celebrating your wins, but will also help you identify that where are those places where you need to adjust your strategies according to the feedback that your customers that your customers are essentially giving you. So the first thing is, every week, every month, take some time out, whether it is in your office, whether you want to take your team out for a lunch, evaluate your progress. The second thing that I cannot emphasize enough is learn from setbacks. Entrepreneurship is full of ups and downs. Whenever you face challenges or setbacks, self reflection would help you turn those difficult moments into valuable lessons. So, whenever you have a setback, the question that you need to ask yourself is, what went wrong? And what can I learn from this experience? What went wrong? And what can I learn from this experience? The second thing that I would want you to ask is, what could I have done differently? That could have made the situation better. And what do I think is the underlying cause of this issue? Because sometimes what we see on the surface is not the thing that is causing the setback. There are a lot of underlying issues that one needs to identify. And the moment you understand this part, this will help you to take better decisions in the future, right? So, really learn from your setbacks. The next thing that I would really want you to do is to be aligned with your vision. As entrepreneurs, we get caught up in day-to-day grind, and sometimes we lose the sight of the bigger picture. So when you are doing self-reflection, you could ask yourself this question: am I still on the right path? Is my business still aligned to the long-term goals that I have set for myself? And if the answer is no, then that's an opportunity for you to realign and make the necessary adjustments to get back on track. Okay, so use self reflection as an opportunity to stay aligned with your vision. Now, self reflection also could help you, Nandini, in refining your leadership style and decision making. How do you do that? Say, if you're leading a team, you need to understand that you can probably ask yourself certain questions. How can I improve myself as a leader? What decisions that I have made that can lead to a positive outcome for my team? So, question number one, how can I improve myself as a leader? Question number two, what decisions have I made or I can make that have led to positive outcomes for my team? So the moment you reflect on your leadership style and your decision making, you become more intentional about how you would want to take your business to your team and how would you want to interact with other beneficiaries in your business. So reflection also gives you an opportunity to understand how you're leading and what are the decisions that you're doing. One thing that, for which I use self reflection is fostering my personal growth, because entrepreneurship, as much as it's about business success, it is much more around growing yourself as a person. So you need to be reflecting from time to time, how have I grown personally through my business journey? Have I become more confident? Have I become more resilient? Have I become better at problem solving? Because when you recognize your personal development, it not only boosts your self awareness, but it also motivates you to keep on evolving over a period of time, right? So these are some of the ways by which you can use self reflection to improve yourself as an entrepreneur. Let me know, Nandini, if this answers your question. And I would want to know from you that what is the time that you are going to dedicate in your day when you can really reflect about your business, about your personal growth, about your leadership style, about your decision making. What is the time that you are actually committing to your own self? Please put it in the chat section, that particular time, so that we actually make a public declaration out here to everyone who is listening. So put it in the chat section. And if there are some more questions, please let me know so that I can take those questions out here. All right. So if you are listening to this talk show till the very end, just put your name in the comment section so that someone from my team can reach out to you and can share with you your special prize. Because we had run a contest in the beginning of this talk show that if you stay up till the very end and if you are asking questions, we are going to send you a very special gift. So please put your name in the chat section so that someone from my team can actually reach out to you. And with this, I would really want to say thank you for being such an amazing audience. Thank you for really participating 100% in this talk show. I promise to keep on bringing amazing content for you, answering all your questions in the upcoming talk shows in the subsequent months. Thank you very much. And if there is any particular topic that you would want me to pick for the upcoming months, please let me know in the chat section so that I can really provide maximum value to you. So once again, I would want to end this show by telling you, be true to yourself, because if there is something, that can give you the real answers of your life, that is your authentic self. Take care. I'll see you next month with a new topic, and we'll keep in touch through LinkedIn, through the YouTube videos. Take care. Bye bye.